Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Siraj. This is Reading the Head. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you may be and that you're having a wonderful festive season, Christmas, whatever it is you're celebrating. Listen, so I wanted to make this video because it was something that I saw this morning, a newspaper article that I read from the sports writer Jonathan Wilson for The Guardian. And it just irked me. It just irked me because it's the end of the year. It's 6 months or 5 months into Arne Slot's reign as new Liverpool coach, and still these people are finding ways to undermine or kind of minimize what Liverpool has done. And so I want to just quickly skim through the article. I've read it, but I just want to quickly go through some of the main kind of things that seem to really bring up my ire, because you know what? It's such a lazy narrative at this point. I could have understood this if it was after 5 games. And believe me, after 5 games, everybody was saying Liverpool hasn't played anybody. Right? Then we lose against Nottingham Forest, and then everybody's like, see, we told you Liverpool is not good. But since then, this team has gone on to slap multiple teams on their way to being top of the Champions League and top of the Premier League. But still, we have articles like this coming out on the 24th of December. I mean, make it make sense to me, man. So anyway, the article is called "Everybody Seems to Be Having an Off Day When They Play Against Liverpool." Here's the writer, Jonathan Wilson, and he goes on and he goes, Liverpool, just give me a second. Liverpool keep doing Liverpool things. The Premier League is now theirs to lose. And for a manager in his first season in England, that's a remarkable achievement. Okay, I'll leave the kind of barbed kind of thing to say like it's theirs to lose. Fucking, it's anyone's to lose at this stage of the fucking season. That's not a fucking insightful headline. But my God, these are people who are getting paid the big bucks to give us their football insights. And he opens, that's his opener. Let's try to be objective and let's get too emotional about it. So it goes on. Eventually there comes a point at which the fact that everybody seems to be having an off day when they play against Liverpool has to be taken as Liverpool thing rather than a quirk of a calendar. Okay? They head into the Christmas program 4 points clear of Chelsea at the top of the table with a game in hand, having lost only one of the 16 games. Well, this will always be in part the season when Manchester City has imploded. It should also be pointed out that Liverpool at the moment are on a course for 93 points. Only 4 times has the champion ever won more than that. So, off the bat, it's Manchester City. No, look. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking loving it. I'm rejoicing in the fact that Manchester City is in the mud. It's about fucking time that team feels what it feels to not get a sniff. But anyway, it's mostly in point to that. Right? It's in part to that. There's nothing to do with Liverpool. Everything has just been a fluke. But we'll continue. Let's go. Even with Liverpool's consistency, there's a tendency to look at Sunday's 6-3 win at Tottenham as a result of the inexcusable openness of Tottenham rather than of their own excellence. And it is true that it's easier to play Spurs right now when they're missing Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven, when Ange Postecoglou is doubling down even further on doing things his way than it might have been at a certain point other than the season. Now, that is just fucking objectively untrue, right? Spurs are Spurs. And even with fucking Mickey van der Ven, even with Christian Romero, they were still getting smacked. Their highline was still getting smacked by everybody else. By Ipswich. By everybody else. But, you know what? Liverpool played them when they didn't have Mickey van der Ven. When they didn't have Christian Romero. So it is as if that it wasn't for 70 minutes on Sunday where Liverpool absolutely fucking demolished that Spurs. Demolished them. Slapped them across White Hart Lane. But you know what? That's because Spurs had injuries. That's why Liverpool won. We go on. It gets gets better. Okay, he then goes on. This was 6-3 going on to 9-0. For the first 40 minutes, they were imperious, dominant in midfield, and devastated in forward areas. Other teams have beaten Tottenham this season, but no one has given them a chasing like that. Even after the sloppiness that led to James Maddison's goal, Liverpool were good enough to restore their 2-goal lead before halftime and snuff out any prospect of a improbable Tottenham comeback. I don't even know if this guy watched the fucking game or if he's just writing an article based on YouTube highlights that he's watched. Because if he watched that game, he would have seen that it wasn't 40 minutes where Liverpool was fucking dominant. It was 70 minutes. It was only that last 25 minutes where Liverpool really took their gas off, and that's when Tottenham came to the score. Unbelievable. This is a journalist, right? And the fact that James Maddison scored that goal as a sloppy goal, objectively, I thought that was a foul on McAllister. But you know what? It's the Premier League. It's the PGMOL. I'm not fucking expecting anything from fucking any motherfuckers that's wearing black. On the opening weekend of the season, they'd looked ordinary in the first half at Ipswich. It was our first game, but improved enough after the break to score twice. They spotted that Wolves but found the winner 5 minutes after being pulled level. Now listen, just look into the fucking language of this guy. When Chelsea equalised just after half-time at Anfield, they responded within 3 minutes. They found equalisers in the final 10 minutes, both against Arsenal and Fulham. Now, if you read that, what do you read? Do you read that as a team that, like, in the last 10 minutes, a team that can rouse themselves, that can pull their socks up and go for the win against Fulham? Do you see Arsenal doing that? Do you see Arsenal, who's 10 men down, go for a win? Make it make sense. Make this article make sense. But this is the narrative and how they want to frame this title. And I bet you $100,000 million, whatever, that if Slot has to win this Premier League, it'll be because it was Jurgen Klopp's team. Right? That is going to be the narrative. I bet you fucking 2-1 that that's what's going to happen. Because they just cannot give any credit to what this manager has done. Arteta has been in this league 5 fucking season, right? And he still hasn't won anything. Slot comes in his first season and he's doing this. He's putting Liverpool up top of the Premier League at Christmas time. Right? So we go on. They come from behind with 2 goals in the last 25 minutes against both Brighton and Southampton. Even though the 3-3 draw at Newcastle ended up feeling like a disappointment because of the way they conceded the late equaliser, they dragged themselves back from a very unpromising 2-1 down midway through the half. So, how is this? How is this other teams? It's in his words. He's saying it. But you know what? We keep it going. Then he goes on to mention the Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah contract situation, which like, help me out. I don't see it as an issue. I don't think any Liverpool, I don't even think that that's an issue for any of the players. That's being handled. And I'm sure that the club is going to handle, whether it is all 3 players or maybe 2 of those players or hell, even fucking 1 player. But I know that the club is handling this, right? And that is not a reason why Liverpool get distracted or anything like that, right? Right? And also this kind of sense that this is all some kind of cosmic coincidence that all of this shit is happening, that Liverpool has absolutely no agency in what has transpired this in the season so far. Right? We're almost at the end of this bullshit article, and here's the clanger. Okay, but then all the way through, it seemed Liverpool are making the most of favourable circumstances. Wow, I wonder what that could be. Arsenal, Aston Villa and City are in moments of doubt when they face them. Well, this is a football writer. This is a football writer who writes guff like this. I can't make this up. Anyway, it goes on. So Arsenal and City and Aston Villa are going. It has nothing to do with Liverpool. It's all to do with them going through, they having difficult problems. Oh, Arsenal have Martin Odegaard out. That's why Liverpool beat them. Aston Villa just wasn't feeling good that day. That's why Liverpool smashed them. And City as well. Because Rodri wasn't there. Bearing in mind, when we played City, it's not the perceived kind of assumption that people have today that Manchester City has fallen off a cliff. When we played them, Manchester City was still the biggest threat to the Premier League title this season. Remember, this was in November. That's almost 2 months ago. Right? So now everybody knows Man City has fallen off the cliff and they're probably not going to challenge for the season. But back then when we played them, that wasn't the perceived. But now with this revisionist fucking history, this journalist is going to tell us now that this is what time it is. Right? And so the moron goes off the end. And while Liverpool have been relatively fortunate with injuries, it's not as if those things have been perfect. What do you mean fucking... We've been fortunate with injuries. Alisson, our number one goalkeeper, out. Diogo Jota, our finisher, out. Conor Bradley, out. I mean, dude, the amount. Anyway, let's just finish this article and so you can go on with your lives and I can go with my lives. So he goes, the Arnold has found a way of using Ryan Gravenberch. He hasn't found a way of fucking using Ryan Gravenberch. He transformed Ryan Gravenberch into a world-class defensive midfielder. He didn't just find a way like you find a fucking piece of chewing gum in the cinema.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
And he goes on, Salah and Van Dijk are back to their absolute best. Of course. Virgil van Dijk has been fucking excellent for 2 seasons. Mo Salah has been fucking... What the fuck? Anyways. Dominic Szoboszlai and Luis Diaz are thriving. And whenever Liverpool have been pressured, Sot has found an answer. The Premier League is now theirs to lose. Wow. Absolutely fucking insightful. As if anybody who's top of the Premier League in Christmas has not lost that position. As if we don't know that nothing is guaranteed. As if we don't know you only look at the league table with 5 games to go, the last 10 games of the season. That's when you're like, okay, we're in it now. Anyways, Reds, that's it. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to put you through it, but like this is the kind of this is the narratives that really piss me off, man. And it's not just this writer. It's the pundits. It's everybody who just keeps on saying that it's nothing to do with Arne Slot. It's nothing to do with Arne Slot having to take a Jurgen Klopp team and is able to play in more ways than Jurgen Klopp could play in his time. But you know what? It's a Klopp team. And it is a Klopp team, of course. But this team as I see them now would beat a Jurgen Klopp team.
What?
Hands down. If we had to clone everybody and everybody had to play different tactics, this Slot team would choke out a Jurgen Klopp team, 100% guaranteed. I've seen it now. I have enough evidence to see that this is what's happening. But anyway, it's good. You know what? It's good. Let them keep underestimating Slot. Let them keep underestimating this team and giving everybody else the credit. As long as we, at the end of this season with 10 games to go, we are about thereabouts, I cannot see why we couldn't go on to win it. But you know what? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Anyways, that's it. This is a long-ass video, but I wanted to go through it because it really irritated me. Anyways, Reds, have a wonderful Christmas, Boxing Day, or whatever you're celebrating, even if it's just with the family. I hope you're having a good time. The year's almost finished. An excellent year. I'm going to try and do a end of year recap. There's a lot that happened in 2024, as you can imagine. But it's the glass is half full, people. So we go again. I think it's Leicester up next, and it's on Boxing Day. So I'll see you guys then. But that's something for another day. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.